Hello everybody, Ashley here from CryoBot. How are you? It's been a little while since I posted a video, so I just wanted to take a moment and post one. What I wanted to talk about today was, how some of us women tend to age, and where we age the most is in our hands. And so what I've actually been doing lately is doing some T-Shock work to my hands. So I've been using the coupler. What I'll do is I will set the machine to about 5 minutes and cold, and I'll set it to about negative 10.5 because ultimately I need the cold to get through the coupler, so you have to set it colder. So it's a little bit harder to judge what the skin temperature gets to, but ultimately I want the skin temperature to be about the same that would be on your face, so roughly 7 or 8 degrees, in the positive. But like I said, when you use the coupler, it's a little bit harder to judge. So I'm just putting a little bit of gel, put about a dab on there. I'm gonna play. What I'm gonna do is just work on my hands, and I typically use colds, just colds, because that I found helps with more of the pigmentation and surface, as far as flakiness, dryness, itchiness. Just the cold kind of helps even out the pigmentation and the texture of the skin. So that's what I've been doing lately because, it is winter. With the most current virus that's going around, everyone's washing their hands. So our hands tend to get dry and itchy, and that's essentially how we continue to age. So doing the cryo to the hands, it's really starting to feel really smooth and soft, and it will get to the point soon where I can start doing a toning to my hands, which I would just use the face setting, the toning, and which I believe is 5 minutes of cold, 2 minutes of heat, 5 minutes of cold. And essentially what that does, the thermal shock causes the skin to tighten up and get rid of some of the wrinkles and stuff like that. So I've even in my hands have felt really good, as far as because I'm a massage therapist, so I tend to get carpal tunnel, or sometimes trigger finger, stuff like that. So applying the cold really helps the joints feel a lot better. So if not for the anti-aging aspect of it, do it for the healing. Feels really great. My hands feel stronger, younger looking skin. Get rid of some of those wrinkles, because that, like I said, is the hardest part of our body to hide from the aging. So having the Cryo T-Shock and having young looking hands again, it really gives you a younger appearance overall. So it's really nice. So it looks like I got about 2.5 minutes left, and I'm really just kind of massaging the whole hand with the T-Shock, and in here too. So I think I started using the coupler because it helps little things like this, getting in between the fingers and kind of getting around and on top of the fingers and into the crevices a little bit, better than just the wand itself. You don't really need too much gel. I can feel it really starting to get slick, which is a good sign, because that's an indication of a little bit of drainage, which is what you look for in every service. If you don't get the drainage, no matter what you're doing, it likely either didn't work, or the results aren't going to be as good or as drastic. So drainage is what you look for in every single session, no matter if it's fat removal, skin tightening, even facials. You look for that slipperiness, because that's essentially the pores. It's kind of secreting through the pores. So about 1 minute and 20 left, You don't necessarily have to use the whole 5 minutes. Sometimes you might feel like you need a little bit longer. I think when I did it the other day, I think I only did like 4 minutes on one of my hands, just because I felt like it was done. So essentially it's, it is art. You can't really say like, oh, I need exactly 1 ounce of purple paint and exactly 2 ounces of yellow paint. And as an artist, you don't know what you're going to use. You just paint and you do it, and it comes out beautiful. Same thing with cryo sculpting. It's art. You have to know how the body's going to react. You have to feel kind of what's going on, and essentially, the client themselves are responsible for their half also. But drainage, drainage, drainage. That's what you look for in every single session, because that's how you know it worked. This feels really good on my hands. And like I said, since I've been doing it, my hands have felt really soft and stronger, younger. The skin is really starting to tighten up, and the color, less redness, less flaky dryness, starting to really go away. And I think next time I do it, that's when I'm going to try the toning, which, like I said, is a cold heat cold. So that was a quick, hands. Yeah, look at that. Looks really good. Looks really good. I used to be really self-conscious about my hands, and now that I have this and I can, incorporate that anti-aging to the hands on myself as well as any clients, it's great. It's, a new passion of mine. So come and see me, Tewksbury, Massachusetts, 540 Main Street. That's where I'm located. You can find, CryoBod website, mycryobod.com. Find me on Facebook. Enjoy more of these videos. I'm going to shut it off for now, and I'll be back soon. Bye-bye.